Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for White.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, the retirements of Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and Tony Parker mean the start of a new era for the Spurs. Guard Patty Mills said, "We've had great teachers, and now there's a transition. It's about teaching that culture to these new guys. We aren't going to change. Bridging the gap is going to take time. That's where leadership comes in." Kevin?
A proud franchise. Thank you, David. Steve, we still have players settling into the new season. When you were playing, did you typically start fast, or did it take a while for you to kind of find your rhythm?
Kevin, I think you're like this. I played 14 years. Those first 8, I got off to great starts. Those last 6, oh, Lord, that looks like it was like my feet was in the sand. But usually you get going. The best time to really get going is at the end.
And now the Lakers starting group. Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's Rondo in at the point. And for the Spurs, it's Aldridge at the power forward with Poeltl at center. White is out there with DeJounte Murray. And it's DeRozan in at the 3 slot. Pass to Rondo. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Aldridge, the pass to White. Passes it to Poeltl. Outside DeRozan. Just 5 to shoot. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Very few defenders in this league feel comfortable with DeRozan coming right at them on the drive like that.
Here's James. Lays it up off the glass.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Oh, I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. Trying to get open is Davis. And that one's good. James.
Willing to do whatever it takes to win. LeBron sacrificed his body on a nightly basis.
Rondo against Murray. White looking around. And stolen by Kuzma. Fast break, the Lakers. And stolen by White. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And stolen by Kuzma. Outside, Green. Drills the three-pointer.
A tremendous floor spacer. Danny Green has that sniper's mentality.
And you know what, Smitty? One of the best shot blockers among wings, Danny Green.
You know, he's a chase-down artist in transition. He does not give up on plays at all.
A bit of pride at stake, trying to get that last 3 ball back, but couldn't get it to fall.
Poeltl with the steal. Murray kicks to Poeltl. On the wing, DeRozan. And he goes right over Kyle Kuzma and slams it down.
When you get your tickets to see him play, that is what you are paying for. Incredible dunk from DeRozan.
James against DeRozan. Low block shot, and the jumper is good. LeBron's got 6.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Now here's Murray. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. There's the pass to Poeltl. Aldridge inside. He's against Kuzma. Aldridge, good.
Dominating on the interior, Aldridge has the height and knows how to use his body to create space.
LeBron, left side. Over in the corner, Green fires for three. It's hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. San Antonio leading. White, wide open. He fires. No good on the three. And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Rarely frazzled. They play with a pretty even temperature, in my opinion, throughout this entire game.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game.
You know, perimeter scoring more important than ever. However, Anthony Davis, an elite scorer who still gets it done inside.
San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor.
And a moment to see numbers for Carroll. He's around 10 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
And you look at the top scorers in the league, not too many players 6'11" or taller.
Anthony Davis, the Greek Freak, and Karl Anthony Towns, the common thread, they can score facing the basket. All three franchise players.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by San Antonio. And too much time in the lane, they get called for the 3-second violation. San Antonio's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. 1:15 left here in the first quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on JaVale McGee.
I mean, good awareness from Mills. Catches the defender out of position, takes advantage.
The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills, now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0". And that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
And as the Spurs enter a new era, Patty Mills providing that carryover from their championship past.
Yes, he's taken on a big leadership role. The feisty little guard willing to speak up and teach the younger players the Spurs way of doing things.
Cook bangs home the trifecta.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And the Spurs with possession after Los Angeles picked up 3 with their last shot. And Bellinelli kicks to Lyles. 6 on the shot clock. Now here's Mills. Tight defense on him. Second chance effort. And Lyles with the lay-in. Lyles got his second basket of the game. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
The shot's good from McGee.
Relentless on the offensive glass, and then you love the finish.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
San Antonio shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good.
Rudy Gay has been in the league for over a decade now. A valuable wingman with incredible length.
Here is Cook. Out to the right wing. And here's Bradley from 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. getting some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle here early on, and you see that reflected in the score.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Spurs. Mills at point with Bellinelli. They're the backcourt. Lyles out there with Rudy Gay. And it's Carroll in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Mills after the basket by Los Angeles. Lyles passes to Carroll. You know, Smitty, NBA referees, officials now have a presence on social media that's aiming at educating fans on calls and why they're made.
Yes, and I love it, Kevin, if you have these demos and talk about plays and games and situations that you're educating fans. It's just that fans look at it when these referees, who are human, miss calls, and then they want to re-show these plays that they missed. We still got to understand they're human, and they're going to miss some calls.
Well said, Steve. Now, here's Cousins following the shot by Rudy Gay. Here's McGee. And it's Rudy Gay with the rebound. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They trail by 1. And after this one, they're home against Minnesota. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home.
And a moment now to look at the stats for Rudy Gay. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's getting around 16 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. Yeah, he's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the calls.
And the first one at the line is good.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
San Antonio making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. And then for Los Angeles, Davis is checked in for JaVale McGee. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Quinn Cook. Now here's Bradley. No points in the game yet for him. From 12 feet out, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And Steve, the size and athleticism of Gay has always set him apart at that small forward position.
He's able to make something out of nothing, playing over the top most of the time of his defender. He is dangerous.
Here's Bellinelli following the basket by Anthony Davis. And Bellinelli kicks to Gay. A three-pointer is right on target. Gay's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is the confidence Rudy has in himself, looking to score as soon as he gets the rock.
Davis against Gay. Back to Kuzma. Rondo finds Cousins. Over Aldridge. They get it again. And Davis puts it in. Davis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Mills. That's good from Gay on the assist by Mills. Gay's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Spurs. Rondo with it. Takes it off the glass.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
San Antonio calls timeout. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Gay. DeMar DeRozan comes in for DeMarre Carroll. Derek White's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And Murray's subbed in for Patty Mills. A nice shot by Aldridge.
What vision from Poeltl, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Here's Here's James, and there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Pirtle.
And this is how you fire up your teammates. LeBron with a 10 on that one.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now DeRozan. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Knicks in New York.
And one of the big ways he came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets as well as getting to the line.
And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
In the past, you'd be begging DeRozan to take this shot, and now he's making you pay.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
Steve, the league has done a pretty good job of curbing player altercations. Some guys, always though, it seems, are going to be ready to go toe-to-toe and will not back down.
Patrick Beverly, Kevin, Draymond Green, James Johnson, those guys come to mind. They are ready to go from the tip. They are ready to go. There were a lot of ways he could have finished that one, but he decided to keep it classy with the finger roll.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
The defensive impact of Jakob Poeltl giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some data for White. His last 10 games, he's averaging 8 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or two every game.
He understands his role. He accepts it. He's one of those guys who doesn't need the ball to be effective.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Poeltl can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best roll threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
Now here's White. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York. Outside DeRozan. 6 to shoot. Here's Aldridge. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's James. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And once LeBron gets the ball in the painted area, the force he plays with, it's hard not to foul him.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
San Antonio making a switch here. Lyles checked in. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Troy Daniels, he's checked in for Green. And Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. He's perfect from the line this time.
And to think LeBron in high school was recruited by some D1 colleges to play wide receiver, boy, what a downfield target he would have been.
Now here's Murray. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Yep, that one goes in there. And the Spurs lead by 3. 56 seconds left now here in the second. DeRozan against James. It's good. Caldwell-Pope's got his first basket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Murray, the pass to Lyles. Puts up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 4 assists now tonight.
Defensive breakdown. Murray attracts attention as a scorer, which opens up everything else.
And it's James missing.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
And DeRozan throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's LeBron. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
Building off a solid first quarter, he's been lights out here in the second.
Here's DeRozan. Another one falls for San Antonio.
Well, we're seeing the defense make adjustments, but DeRozan is making great reads, finding ways to counter.
Here's James. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
When DeRozan gets it cranked up, this team flourishes. Strong off the dribble, really hard to check in ISOs, and when you do body up to him, he finds a way to draw fouls.
Shaq, your take on the Lakers.
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough, Ernie. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my main man, Joel.
Joe, what up?
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. Up front, it's Kuzma and Davis. And it's LeBron in at the 3 spot.
And in a league that's obsessed with threes and layups, Marcus Aldridge defying the trend, really feasting on a steady diet of mid-range jumpers.
And that turnaround jumper of Aldridge, Greg, just impossible to defend.
Long arms, that high release point. When it's falling, well, we saw him give OKC 56. This man can take over.
Now here's LeBron, pass to Davis. Shoots over Pirtle, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Anthony Davis.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
Murray against Rondo. Murray kicks to Pirtle, and stolen by LeBron. And it's the Lakers on the break. Davis has got the ball, and Davis throws it down.
Incredible anticipation by LeBron. Kickstarts the break.
Murray against Rondo. White finds Pirtle. Here's Aldridge on the money from 12 feet away. Aldridge has got 10 points. Lakers trail by 4. James in the post. DeRozan defending. Basket counts. 19 points for LeBron.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Rondo against Murray. And he makes good on the layup. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Finding a soft spot in the belly of that defense. Murray taking full advantage.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. He kicks to Rondo. James against DeRozan. The drive by James, and it's sent back by Aldridge.
Aldridge has all the tools to protect the rim. He's only averaged 1 block a game for his career, but he got it done on that play.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And the dunk by LeBron.
And that's his style right there. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best.
San Antonio leading by 4. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
No, he's standing 6'11" with a 7'5" wingspan. LaMarcus Aldridge prefers playing power forward, but make no mistake, he has the size to hang with the big dogs at center.
So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Rudy Gay's checked in for Purdy. Damari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bellinelli, he's checked in for White, and it's Mills in for Murray. The Lakers also changing it up. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for James, and it's Avery Bradley in for Danny Green. And the rejection by Cousins.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And with his height and reach, not many that can block Aldridge's turnaround jumper.
His release on his jump shot is so high. The rainbow arc, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
Miles check in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Broke loose, and that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by.
Really admire the hustle of Rondo on defense. Always gets a hand in the shooter's face.
Cousins inside. He's against Gay. Rondo kicks to Kuzma. 5 on the clock. For 3. Carroll with the rebound. Spurs leading by 5. The dish to Mills. Pass to Gay, but Trey drains the three-pointer. Gay's got 13 points.
Doing his part to help stretch the defense. Gay looking confident from range.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And coach can't like what he's seeing, trying to get them refocused.
It's so easy to get run over when you lose even a little edge. Look for them to come out much more aggressive.
Now here's Rondo. It's hauled in by Gay.
Great defensive effort, just saved a basket.
You know what? This is why you never give up on a play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Count that one. Gay's got the lead up to 10 now for San Antonio.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Here's Kuzma. Los Angeles with another miss.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. JaVale McGee's checked in for Davis. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Daniels, he's checked in for Bradley. And Quinn Cook subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Daniels from outside. And no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. Passes it to Gay. Stolen by Caldwell-Pope. McGee inside. He's covered by Gay. Here's Cousins. Right through the D for the layup. Cousins has got 4 points this quarter.
DeMarcus is an enforcer on the offensive end. He has all the tools to dominate night in and night out.
Now here's Mills. Now the pass to Lyles. And he comes up with the deuce. Lyles got 9 points.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
A uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
Here's Cook. Drills it from outside. He's got 6.
And right there you see an underrated aspect to Cousins' game. Terrific instincts, senses the open man.
Gay scanning the floor. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
Rudy Gay hits them both. And here's Green outside, and he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the 4th.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Murray and DeRozan, they're manning the backcourt. Rudy Gay is out there with Jakob Poeltl, and it's Carroll in at the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5. Stolen away. Oh, and here we go. Green's got it, the fast break chance, and then Cousins with the dunk.
The veteran presence of Danny Green, keeping his eyes up, finding his teammate wide open.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. They've led by as much as 10. Gay trying to break free. Murray, good. And the Spurs lead by 6.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yes, and if you love offense, you're loving this matchup. It's been a highlight reel affair.
Steps back and fires. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. James in the post. Hurdles there. Wasted no time on that one. And that's 23 points for LeBron.
Understanding that defenses are going to guard against the drive, LeBron counters from the mid-range.
Murray with it. Now Green defending. Kept alive. Poeltl. Goes up again. Gay trying to break free. And it's finished off inside by Poeltl.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
LeBron dishes to Cousins. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Spurs leading by 4. And here is Murray. Outside DeRozan. And the rejection by Cousins.
When DeMarcus Cousins is blocking shots, this defense takes on a whole different attitude.
Daniels, no good. San Antonio's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Marcus Aldridge is checked in for San Antonio. The Lakers also changing it up. Davis comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Troy Daniels. James, the pass to Kuzma.
Plays with such a fearlessness. Kuzma is terrific at staying engaged and forcing the issue.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Spurs leading by 3. Murray surveying the D. Count it, good.
There's the floater game. Murray incredibly smooth in everything he does.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Especially if the defense is going to allow you to do it. Have to switch on that play.
Davis with some nice D.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
You know, we always talk about this. Just changing the shot can be just as effective as blocking it, even though it's less spectacular.
Lakers trail by 3. The drive by LeBron.
And what do you do with LeBron on the loose and coming at you full speed? All you can do is foul him.
LeBron James taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, James. And he can't hit the second.
Yeah, being down 2 points instead of 1 thanks to the free throw miss makes getting a stop here absolutely critical.
And it's DeRozan missing. LA's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And that's the hustle you love seeing from Kuzma. When he moves like that, he is tough to guard.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Here's Murray. Kicks it to White. Inside. Shoots a fader. Unable to get that one. So the Lakers will take it the other way. LeBron drives in, and Pirtle sends it back.
Gotta love the shot blocking ability of Pirtle. Wonderful timing right there.
And so Aldridge will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 1-point game, and Davis sends it back. And they get it back, and the shot goes down. Pirtle's got 4 points in the quarter. Lakers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Rondo finds James. There's 1:54 left to play here in the fourth, and it goes down 2 points. James has got the lead up to 1 now for Los Angeles. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 1. 1:50 left in the fourth quarter. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
During that break, Greg Popovich really had some strong advice for his team. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Here's Aldridge. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
The crafty vet, Aldridge, positioning himself well to score, get fouled, or both.
And he does get the second one, and that ties the game up.
He wanted to get his team the lead, and even though he didn't, he should feel good. At least he tied it up.
Kuzma passes to LeBron and fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
With that size and that speed, it's hard not to foul LeBron. That's the only way to slow him down.
It's the first, and that gives them the lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
You know he wanted to knock down all his shots at the line, but he still did enough to put them in front.
Pass to Aldridge. Over Rondo. Almost, but it rolls out.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Here's LeBron, and Pirtle sends it back. Green against White, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Just tremendous shooting from Pirtle. Love how he's not afraid of taking these kinds of shots.
1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Davis. And they double up Davis. Fires it up. Here's Kuzma. It's in!
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Aldridge left side. It's in!
And this is what superstars do. LaMarcus rises to the challenge with the game on the line.
LeBron against DeRozan. And Kuzma has it in the corner. And Pirtle sends it back. James outside. And they double up James. 4 on the shot clock. And Davis throws it down.
This just in. AD is not going to buckle up and fold. He's unafraid of the moment.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 1. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
This is where great coaching can pay dividends.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
Making a change here. Now, here's DeRozan. Fires top of the key. So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. DeMarcus, close one tonight. How did you guys turn it around at the end?
we got some key stops down the stretch. So we let this team score way too many points. But I think we locked down defensively towards the end and got a good win.
Defense does win more than offense. Thank you, DeMarcus. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.